What's the error? Dear math students, my teacher gave me this problem. Luther had 11 sheets of colored paper. 6 were orange and the rest were blue. Today he used 2 sheets of blue paper. How many sheets of blue paper does Luther have now? Here's what I did. 11 minus 6 equals 5. Luther now has 5 blue sheets. Is my answer correct? If not, please correct my work and tell me what I did wrong. Your friend, Puzzle Penguin.
Hey, Puzzle Penguin, I think you made a mistake. Here's the thing. The problem says that Luther had 11 sheets of colored paper. 6 were orange and the rest were blue. In order to figure out how many blue papers he had, it would be 11 minus 6, which is what you did, which is 5, right? But then the next part says, today he used 2 sheets of blue paper. That means you had to take away 2 from that number. How many sheets of blue paper does Luther have now? So you should have done 5, take away 2 makes 3. So here's my answer to you. He had 5 sheets of blue paper and took 2 away. Now he has 3. So as you can see, Puzzle Penguin, this was a 2-step problem and you only solved the first part without finishing up.
Oh, okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Gotta see you, everybody. I miss you.
All right, solve 2-step word problem. Solve each problem, label your answers. Number 2, the Hillside bus had 14 passengers. When it stopped, 5 people got off and 8 people got on. How many people are riding the Hillside bus now? So we know we started with 14 and then it stopped and 5 people got off. That's take away 5, which is 9, right? Then 8 people got on, so we have to add 8 more. Now there are 17 people on the bus. Number 3, there are 15 fish in a tank. There are 12 goldfish and the others are angelfish. How many more goldfish are there than angelfish? So first we need to figure out how many angelfish there are. So 15 in all, 12 are goldfish and the others are angelfish. So 15 minus 12 equals 3. That means there's 3 angelfish. Now the real question, how many more goldfish are there than angelfish? So goldfish are 12 and angelfish are 3. 12 minus 3 is 9. That means there are 9 more goldfish than angelfish. All right, let's go to the back side. Solve and discuss. Solve each problem and label your answers. Sunmi packed 14 apricots. Celia picked 5 fewer apricots than Sunmi. How many apricots did Sunmi and Celia pick all together? As you can see, it's going to be an adding question at the end, but first we need to figure out our first step. So if Sunmi picked 14, that's S for Sunmi, and Celia picked 5 fewer, that's 14 minus 5, means that Celia picked 9. So Sunmi 14 plus Celia's 9, add them up, you get 23 apricots altogether. Number 5, Annie took 8 photographs at home and 7 photographs at school. Her sister Amanda took 6 fewer photographs than Annie. How many photographs did Amanda take? Well, first you need to find out how many photographs Annie took altogether. So if she took 8 at school and 7 at home, if you add up those 2 numbers, you get 15. That's 15 photographs altogether. It says Amanda took 6 fewer photographs than Annie. So that would be 15 minus 6, means 9. Amanda took 9 photographs. Number 6, there are 5 mice, 3 gerbils, and some hamsters in a cage. Altogether, there are 15 animals in the cage. How many hamsters are there? So you have 5 mice plus 3 gerbils and some hamsters, which I labeled as H, equals 15. Well, if you add 5 and 3, that's 8. And then now you have 8 plus the number of hamsters equals 15. And 8 plus 7 is 15. Or you could say 15 minus 8 is 7. Number 7, a new library opened on Saturday. The library lent out 234 books on Saturday. On Sunday, they lent out 138 books. That day, 78 books were returned. How many books were not returned? So first, we need to figure out how many books were lent out during those 2 days. And we can do that by adding up these numbers here. We have 234 on Saturday, 138 on Sunday. 2, 3, 4 plus 1, 3, 8. That's 402 books. Now it says they were returned. So how many were not returned? We have to subtract 78 from 402. Number 8, Katie had 8 dimes and some nickels in her duck bank. She had 4 more nickels than dimes. She took out 5 nickels to buy a newspaper. How many nickels are in her duck bank now? I said duck bank. Duck bank. So 8 dimes and some nickels. She had 4 more nickels than dimes. So if she had 8 dimes, then that means she had 8 plus 4. That would be her number of nickels. So 8 plus 4 equals 12. That means she had 12 nickels. And then she took out 5. So 12 minus 5 equals 7. So she had 7 nickels. Okay, last one. Tony had 14 colored pencils. 9 of them needed sharpening, and the rest were sharp. Yesterday, his uncle gave him some new colored pencils. Now Tony has 12 sharp colored pencils. How many colored pencils did his uncle give him? Okay, so 9 needed sharpening, so the rest were sharp. So we need to figure out how many were sharp first. You can do that by taking 14 minus 9. Okay, so 14 minus 9. I feel like we've done that one a couple. Maybe not. Okay, so anyways, equals 5, right? So he had 5 sharp pencils to start with. Then they gave him some more. So 5 plus some more, I'll just call it S, and now he has 12. So 5 plus something equals 12. Well, that would be 7. So 7 colored pencils. Okay. So this is the 14 that he had in all, minus the 9 that needed sharpening. These are the number that were sharp. Okay. Then his uncle gave him some more sharp colored pencils, but we don't know how many. So we have 5 plus however many that is. And then it says now he has 12. So that means he must have given him 7 sharp colored pencils yesterday. Is the answer reasonable? Use rounding or mental math to decide if your answer is reasonable. Write yes or no. Then write the equation and solve the problem to see if you are correct. Chelsea's class collected cans of food for their local pantry. They collected 27 cans on Monday and 78 cans on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, they collected 53 cans. How many cans did the class collect on those 3 days? They said the answer is 158. So let's see if it's reasonable. So it says 27 cans on Monday, so let's just round that to 30, okay? Then it says 78 cans on Tuesday, so let's round that to 80. And then it says 53 cans, let's round that to 50. And now let's add up 30, 80, 50. Well, if I know 3 plus 8 must be 11, so there's 110, and then that would be 160. 160. I would say, yeah, that's reasonable. I would say 158 is pretty reasonable. I would say, yes, it's reasonable. Okay? And now we can actually solve it to see if it is correct. Solve it right over here. 27, 78, 53, add them up. That's 18, right? Carry the 1, that's 9, 10, 15, 158. Yep, that's correct. Number 11, Barry strings beads. He had 54 beads on a string and he took off 29 beads. Then he took off 5 more. How many beads are on the string now? So let's round it. So they said 35. Okay, let's see. 50, I'll turn that one into 50, minus 30. Okay, minus 5. I guess you could say 10, huh? That'd be better rounding, so it'll be like 25. Well, that's kind of close. Sure, let's say yes. Now let's find out if we're right. So 54 minus 29 minus 5. Well, you know what? Let's just do that part first, and then we'll minus the 5 later. Okay, well, there's the 5 there, isn't it? 25, and then minus 5 is 20.